Hello and welcome back to ChatterBeans. Before we get started, just a quick note. This episode includes discussion of suicide, grief and mental health. Please take care while listening and feel free to pause or come back to it when you feel ready. Today I'm joined by journalist and podcaster Verònique Muñoz. Verònique shares her journey from Spain to building a life and career in London, her path into journalism and the devastating loss of her mum. We talk about grief, resilience, immigration, mental health, and how that loss led her to create her podcast, Everybody's Lost, a space for honest conversations and companionship for people navigating some of life's hardest moments. As always, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into it. This is ChatterBeans. Verònique, welcome to ChatterBeans. How are you?
Nice, thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you so much for coming, because we don't really know each other, but we were connected via David Spencer, the media mentor, who was our first episode of season 3. So you did the podcast course with David recently, didn't you?
In March, February,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, so it's nice that, we get to have, so we weren't on the same course, but it's nice that we get to have people on the podcast, because you're also a podcast creator, which we're going to come on to.
Yeah.
But why don't you start off telling us a little bit about you? What do you do in life? Where are you from? And we're currently here in London. So, wherever you want to start.
So, my name is Verònique, as you said, and I'm a journalist. I came to the UK 7 years ago. I'm originally from Spain, you can tell by my accent, from this little town in North Africa. It's like a Spanish enclave in North Africa.
Wow,
It's called Ceuta. So it's just in front of Gibraltar and bordering Morocco, and yes.
Wow, what is it like there? Is it super small?
Yes, it's really small. It has 80,000 people living there, so it's kind of like a village. So it's a big contrast moving from there to here.
And you moved directly from there to here?
Yes.
Yeah?
I moved first to France. So when I was 18, I always knew that I didn't want to live there forever because it was such a small town. You can't really achieve your dreams. So I finished my A-levels. I was a bit lost in life because I don't know, I couldn't achieve my dreams in my town. So I moved to France, to Lyon, for 6 months. I lived there.
Nice.
But then I realized France wasn't for me. I really enjoyed it. It was a lovely experience. Then I came to Spain and I found an au pair job in Hampshire, Basingstoke, just for the summer.
Okay.
And then, I moved. Everyone was kind of like, they thought I was going to move back to my town. Like, is this a summer thing? Nobody really believed. But then that summer became 7 years to now. I moved to
7
London.
years. And what do you like? What's your experience in London been like? You found your career, I suppose, in journalism.
So, at first I was an au pair. I was an au pair for 1 year, and my parents were kind of against it because they thought I was going to be an au pair or a nanny all my life, which I loved that job, to be honest. But I knew I had big plans, so I work as a nanny au pair, looking after 3 kids at the same time. At the age of 20, now I realize, and I'm like, how could I manage that?
Do you know, it's such an interesting job, because I've had au pair friends before. I had an Italian friend many years ago, and I think you're so young at that age.
Yes,
moving to such a big city and then looking after these 3 children or 2. How many children do you have?
3, and they were 2, 3, and 4.
Whoa. How was that?
Like, I would imagine you go to the toilet for 1 second and you come back and you see doing, like, I don't know, like throwing things or putting like the soda cream, the nappy cream on their body, or like.
Did it put you off being a mum? Has it put you off being a mum? Or do you still want children?
Yes, I still want children. Like, I still want, but then you realize like the hard work. And actually, it's like I trained to be a mom, so I know now how to change nappies, how to do all of that.
Perfect.
So, and it was lovely experience also being au pair. I met many au pair friends, and you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to pay bills or food, so you had the weekends for yourself to discover London. For me, it was like that first year, it was all about doing tourism and such. I don't know, I didn't believe I was living in a big city.
Yeah. What an experience, actually. And I do hear again about the au pair scene, if you like. You do get to meet many au pairs, right? And you've kind of got a community.
Yeah.
So then how did you find your way into journalism?
Okay, so basically I started working in hospitality, waitress, trying to save money. Then I moved into working in a store, and I always knew I wanted to be a journalist, but I didn't know how to make it because, of course, like coming into university here, my English wasn't the best, so I knew I needed to improve. And then one friend told me about access to media course.
Okay.
And in Kingston College, so I started that, and then I knew I wanted to study in the best journalism school. Like if I'm here, I have to make the best of it, right?
Of course.
Then I worked super, super hard, got all distinctions, and got into City University. And that's how I started my journalism career. I did 3 years there.
Really?
And last year I graduated, so I'm really happy.
Congratulations. And have you found work since?
Yes, I work as a freelance, so I cover migrant issues, also politics as well.
How interesting right now. And we try not to get too political in this podcast.
Yes.
But what are you finding at the moment then? So like covering immigrants and migration and things like that. Is it busy?
Yes, of course. Well, and now also because I have this European background, like you kind of compare it, right? For example, now with this digital IDs that is happening right now, that people it's controversial, and people they are saying they are going to control us and everything. But in the same way, we had digital IDs in Europe for a long time, and nobody really made a fuss about it, and we had our own ideas. So basically in Spain, you have to bring your ID with you at all times, because if they ask you for it and you don't have it, doesn't matter if you don't do anything. Like if they just ask and you don't have any documentation, they can fine you.
Wow.
So in that sense, for us, it's normal. So here, I don't know. It's so controversial topic right now.
I find it very interesting. I find the mentality of the UK very interesting at times, because you're right, many countries have it. It's just extra bit of ID, but they think we're being controlled and whatever. Anyway, so do you enjoy the work that you're doing?
Yes, I love. I love journalism. For me, it's a way to give voice to struggling communities. That's my biggest goal, to give them a voice. And like I really enjoy being a journalist. I always wanted, since I was little, I really looked up to journalists. Every time I saw a journalist interviewing, I volunteered, and I loved radios as well.
Did you? So growing up in your village, in your small place, so you were listening to the news, the radio, and you had that passion from being a child?
Yes, and also writing, as well.
Always wanted to be a radio presenter. And I was on David's podcast this week talking about how to become a radio presenter, really. But it's good. So you've had that passion all the way through.
Yes.
Yeah, nothing else.
There's some, I don't know, writing I like, reading, being in front of the camera. Writing, when I was little, I won some writing awards, and they gave me some awards, and they make me choose between money or books, and I chose books. I loved reading.
Yeah.
But everyone was saying like how weird I was and everything. So I always knew I was kind of weird in that sense.
No, not at all. I think, embrace your passion.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's what you like, good for you. Yeah. So now living in London, you've got your journalism work, but you've recently started a podcast, haven't you? Tell us about the podcast.
So, my podcast, I always wanted to do a podcast because, 2 years ago, my mom took her life, and when I was going to the airport, I was listening to podcasts because I wanted some companionship, because I was alone. Or how to overcome grief, or just like some companionship. And I found some, but not so many. You find really interesting podcasts with experts and everything, but not conversations of people talking about it, and someone who experienced that, or someone with my age who experienced that. So I knew I want to make this podcast, so I don't want nobody feel the way I was feeling that moment. So far it has been great. Yes.
Yeah. And your podcast is called Everybody's Lost.
Yes, everybody's lost. We are all lost.
Yeah, I love the title.
Yes.
When I saw it and we were connected, I messaged you actually quite quickly,
Yes.
and hopefully we can make that happen. But tell me about the couple of years ago where your mum took her own life.
Yeah.
Was that a surprise? Was it something?
It was, of course, it's a surprise, like, because you are always like, you never expect it, but it came. I think my mom had suicidal thoughts since I can remember,
Really?
like, in a way, like, if you, but I thought it was maybe like in a way of, if you don't do what I want, then I take my own life. So it wasn't like, I didn't take it so serious, because she always like told me that, for example, my parents, they separated, and if I wanted to move with my dad, she would tell me like, if not, like, my life is over and everything.
Really?
So, but, well, like, when I moved to the UK, at first it was amazing,
Yeah.
and it was so emotional. Even I cried out of happiness many
I'm sure.
times, like, because I was so happy. But that soon became a bit of a nightmare in a way, because when, like, I think in my first second year, my mom, she escaped our home. So she was with my stepdad and my brother, and she just left the house. My brother told me she just left the house, and I'm like, what, like, what are you, like, yes, she just, like, she's not coming back. And I was trying to make sense of it,
Yeah.
like, because she has always been like a loving mom. She had her things, but she has always been the perfect mom, really loving everything. And yeah, I didn't know how to make her come back to
Yeah.
her, like, I don't know, like, normal self. And it
So-
was harder. Yeah.
Sorry, was she? So, do you think she was depressed for quite a lot of years?
Yeah, I feel like maybe I don't know if she didn't like her life. And also, like, she went to see kind of like a family member in another city, and then she discovered another life, like, she never had, like,
Wow.
going out, meeting other people. And I think, I don't know if maybe that the fact that I left triggered her a
Maybe.
bit, that I'm experiencing the life she never had. Because yeah, like, back then, all the life that woman had, it was like, okay, like, find a husband,
Yeah.
marry, and live for your children. And you live your life, but always with, like, other person, like, with your partner, not like we do, like, now we can choose if we want to be single or not, enjoy our youth.
Particularly in Spanish culture.
Yeah.
From what I understand, I've got a few
Yeah.
Spanish friends, close Spanish friends, and I think the culture is very different.
Yeah, now it changed. Like,
Yeah.
of course, like, now people, but my parents' era, it was completely different. It was
Yeah.
more traditional. So
Yeah.
it has changed, but not until recently.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so when your mum sadly ended her life, were you in the UK?
Yeah, so that's why, like, before she took her own life, like, she started these toxic behaviors of, I I will never know what she did, because she never kind of told us. She
No.
never wanted to tell us, but you could see her voice was a bit different. And maybe she was using anti-anxiety pills and alcohol.
Yeah.
So yeah, at that point, yeah, I was in the UK as well. So when she took her life, also I was in the UK, and I knew because a neighbor called me, and he called me, and he's like, "Don't, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. Don't be nervous about what I'm going to tell you." But yeah, she, like, took her own life, and I didn't know.
What did you
And
do in that moment?
so I was living in Bricklane at that moment, and I was actually moving. So I had boxes, like, so many boxes, and I felt myself there in, like, full of boxes, like, trapped. And I started, like, shouting to the wall, I don't know, like, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. I actually didn't know how serious it was at that moment,
Yeah.
because she didn't pass straight away. She didn't pass in that moment. She went to, like, the intensive care.
I see.
Mhm.
And then when she did pass, how did you cope with that in those days, weeks, months afterwards?
Yeah.
How did that take its toll on you?
Yeah, so like it was really like traumatizing. Maybe I will say like trigger warning, because of course this is like a really deep topic, but she took her own life by burning herself alive. So the
Wow.
previous months I was with her intensive care, and I had to see her like really like with bandages, everything, and it was really traumatizing for me. And when she took her, like when she passed away, it was kind of like really really sad for me, like that it was like, but also the way she was going to live, if she made it alive, it wasn't going to be in great conditions, because they had to like do many surgeries on her. Like she wouldn't have a normal life, not even like she would be like in bed. So in that sense, I think I accepted it, but I was still like really traumatized, like really didn't talk about this with anyone. I was also finishing my degree, so I just wanted to look like a normal student. I didn't want to tell anyone, any teachers, because I didn't want them to feel like pity about me or
So you kept it
anything.
to yourself?
Yeah, it's only my best friend knew, and two friends knew, and
Wow.
yeah, one of my best friends, he was saying like, you should tell to teacher, you should tell. And
Yeah.
like even close friends as well, like some close friends I didn't tell, because it was really hard, and I knew if I said at that moment everything that happened, it's like so traumatizing. How do you tell at that exact moment, like you are I was going to cry, and
Yeah.
I
It almost
wasn't.
becomes real when you say it
Yeah,
out
exactly.
loud
Like
to
I
so
have
many.
to remember everything, and yeah,
Mm.
it was
Mm.
really like I just wanted to like kind of put a facade, and I
Yeah.
think that helped as well. Like go do things, be happy, and then at night cry to
Yeah.
myself. And
So looking back on that time now,
Mhm.
do you regret the way you did that, or do you think that that was still the best thing that that you did for yourself, was to put up that
Mm,
facade and kind of get on
yeah,
with life?
I think there's no
There's no
right or wrong in my
absolutely.
situation. I think because if I'm open in that moment, it's like people, they can try and help, but they can't really help, because I'm not going to heal at that moment. So they are going to feel sad about me and everything,
Yeah.
but there's nothing they can really do, because I didn't really want to talk. I was really like shut down. I didn't want to talk with anyone, and my friends were calling me, or my family, but I just didn't want to talk. So I think, yeah, I had like a lot of introspection to myself. I remember like I was like, I didn't say a way out, like I didn't see a way like I will find happiness again. So
Mm.
I feel myself, and like talking to myself, like
Really?
my future self. And I sometimes watch that video, because it makes me proud of myself. Like I'm telling to myself, Veronica, like just keep being strong, keep going, graduate from a university. You will laugh later. You like on like just, and I give like a kiss to the camera, like to
Ah,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah, I try like a lot of introspection, and try to heal and
Yeah.
work for myself in that
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
And how are you now?
I'm good. Yes,
Yeah?
I'm. Of course, like 2 years passed, and with grief or with these things, they are traumatic. They say like time heals,
Mm.
or like you overcome it. I think like you never fully heal, or you never fully overcome it, but you just know how to live with it, and know that life is great, and then there's nothing like you could do.
Yeah.
That's something like I think like a lot of people grieving kind of. I have someone in my life as well who just lost his dad, and we always regret, I should have done more, and I should have been with this person more. But over
Mm.
time you realize like I don't know, you are not an expert, or you are not a therapist to know how
No,
to deal with someone, or how, I don't know.
I agree.
Mm.
I've got a funeral next week actually,
Oh.
and that's a really sad story. But also I have a person that I knew fairly well. She was an instructor at Third Space, and we got some news a couple of weeks ago that she took her own life. 27. And to talk to her, everyone says it, right? To talk to her, she was the happiest, friendliest, you never really truly know what's going on with someone, and I think we need to remember that and always just check in with people.
Be kind.
And be kind.
When my mom was in intensive care, like I was like really bad, crying and then talking to the nurses, like I don't know why she did that. She had us, her family, a nice job, everything, but she told me like you can't really understand what goes through their mind because their brain is different. Like their brain is not like you. The brain of someone with depression is wired differently, and they are like, even like in at that moment they don't think properly, they don't think the same way we do.
Exactly. So a couple of years had passed since that event. You create your podcast, Everybody's Lost. How are you finding the podcast? Are you loving it?
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I think we share the same, like podcast doing. It's like doing your own project, hosting your own show, and it's having a business as well. It's really fun. So I'm not going to sugarcoat, but also like hard work, and you and I, like we edit, we do everything ourselves.
Do everything.
But yeah, it has been like amazing to get to learn from different experiences and also to know like the different stories from people. They have some stories that are really sad, but also they have overcome it. So sometimes it can be triggering for me when I started it, because I had to do the trailer and mention what I did, and sometimes also I share a bit about my life because I have similar experiences with my guests. So yeah, but you learn so much from the podcast, right?
You learn so much from so many people, and I think coming back to one of your reasons for starting Everybody's Lost is I found the same thing, that we always look for podcasts for kind of advice or self-help, improvement, things like that, but there was never really that many podcasts that I could find that wasn't with a celebrity. So it was always celeb stories, which are great, and people have real stories, but having a real person like me and you actually chatting, I think it can relate to people, or people resonate with it so much better. So thinking to the future, what do you want to do with your life? Is it journalism? You want to keep growing your podcast?
Well, I want to keep growing my podcast. I'm not sure like growing or how is it going to be, but I don't know, I'm addicted to my podcast now. I am like yes, I love like going to the studio, listening to my guests, and do like I really love it. At first I was like, how am I going to do it? But now I'm doing it.
It takes time, doesn't it?
Yes.
And then you start to really enjoy the process.
Also, I want to be a journalist, a reporter. I would like to work on TV or cover more stories. One of my dreams has always been also to be a war correspondent, or go somewhere, some other country that is really struggling, and cover there. So maybe in the future,
fingers crossed. Good luck. Yes, that's amazing. In amongst your busy life and podcasting, everything like that, do you like coffee?
Yes, I love coffee.
You've got your coffee there. You've got your coffee.
I love, like, coffee is such a... I don't understand people who don't like coffee. Like, how do they wake up in the morning and without caffeine?
Exactly. I've had 2 already today, and now I've got my mint tea. But I needed 2 at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock today. I had my first tea.
It's such a Spanish thing as well. Like, we have we have the mocha pot.
Oh,
so
yes.
we do the traditional way. Everyone has coffee in Spain.
Nice. So is yours kind of what's your go-to coffee order?
My go-to coffee order is a cappuccino, because I don't know how to make it at home. So that's why it's like, if I'm gonna order something, a latte, I know how to make it. It has to be fancier.
Exactly. I love that. If you could have coffee with someone, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Okay, let me think. If I could have some coffee with someone, I really, this person, Lady D. Yeah,
Lady
D. Yeah, okay. Diana, Princess Diana. Yeah. Yes. I think she was such.
You've got a little bit of a look. A little bit similar.
Blonde.
Yeah, the blonde.
It's the blonde.
What is it about her?
I really like her elegance and also how kind she was and how she didn't care about the society norms, or well, not society norms, the royalty norms, right?
Yes.
She was such a kind soul. I really admire her, and all the missions she went to help others in other countries.
Yeah, the charity work she did was amazing.
Charity work, yeah.
So where would you take her? What would you want to chat about?
I don't know. I would like to have just a coffee and talk about life and how you can help others. I think that's, well, coming back to another of my dreams where I see myself in the future. I really want to like have my own charity or do more volunteering work. I really like helping people, so maybe talking about
That's
that.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, but also I think with lady, like with her, I really like this trait about women who you don't really need to talk so much, just their presence like gives you so like
Yeah.
relief, and
Yeah.
just like they are kind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Crown?
No, I haven't.
You need to watch The Crown.
I'm saying like I'm a fan of her, and I didn't want.
know.
I watched Bridgerton.
Bridget Jones. Amazing. I mean, the charity work, yeah. Would you want to do something with like a suicide charity or?
Yeah, well, I like that, like mental health and everything,
Mm,
but I also like these charities that help homeless people. I worked at a charity called the Charity Begins at Home, and I saw, well, we were talking about London immigration and everything, and I saw the amount of people who were coming to this charity, and some people really young, like you wouldn't, it's like you never know. So I
mm,
like to be and see and talk to people. I miss, yeah, my
yeah.
hospitality work. I actually miss because I used to talk with a lot of people, so I like that, and
Yeah.
to see, yeah, to experience. So mental health I would like as well, like work.
Yeah.
Actually, you are just telling me maybe I could do something like this helplines. I think
Yeah.
is something also like to mention, like in Spain there's not many mental health resources. I think that's why one of the reasons my mother passed, because there are like in my little town
Yeah.
there were no like I don't know, mental facilities or anything.
Uh,
So we tried to like because she was starting having mental health issues. We tried to,
mm,
so but there was no help, nothing there in the any Spanish NHS. It's like really hard, and if they don't want to go, you can't force them. So I think there are more people should
yeah.
volunteer or should, because if the government is not investing more in that, maybe
Exactly.
it's good that they have someone to talk
Yeah.
to.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Is there one life lesson or a bit of advice that you would love to share with people?
Yeah, so I think the fact that you are hitting rock bottom doesn't mean that your life is over. There's a way out, and also your past doesn't define you. So I think many times I also, well, like I grew up in a really like dysfunctional family. I had this and that, and but I don't um, let that indicate my present or my future. So I don't blame anyone for it, or I don't blame, well,
Yeah.
because of this, I the way. No, you are responsible of your present and future, and you can have a really bright future. And there's like
Yeah.
life is really, really beautiful, even though at times you don't see it, but you just have to envision yourself in, or manifest and envision yourself how you want to be, like your higher self in that sense.
Yes.
Like, for example, if you have a dream, I had a dream of becoming a journalist, and I wasn't a journalist yet, but when I was grieving and everything happened, I kept going because I envisioned myself working in my dream job, being a journalist, and then it will come, and you will recover your spark. Always, you think, no, I will never be the same. This experience changed me, but then you will become better and you will have more
Stronger.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really interesting listening to you. And, you know, we haven't been speaking for very long, but we've gone through quite a deep story, quite a sad story, but I see your spark and your passion
Mhm.
for journalism, for what you want to do in the
Yeah.
future. And I just admire that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Like you never have. I think another life lesson coming back. Like every time I come back to my hometown, I don't know. I find that inner child in me. I think that's one thing I will never lose. And I'm 27, but sometimes sometimes I think I'm like 16 or something, because I see life with a child's eye, and I'm so excited about everything. A lot of people tell me I'm really excited about things, but
that's great.
that's how you need to keep going through life. Don't let all this bad experience make you like a cold person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very interesting point, because some people, it dims them slightly, an experience like that. But I see your
but
light.
It's normal as well. It's normal.
Of course. When do you feel most like yourself?
I feel more like myself. I don't know. I feel more like myself all the time. Maybe when I'm with my family, with my close friends, when I'm doing something I like this, when I'm enjoying nature, but I think I feel I'm always myself. That's one thing. I'm always myself, and I always try to be myself, and not to be ashamed of who I am. Like this, who I am.
Own it.
When we are little, you don't want to be yourself. You want to like be another person, or to be like. That's another thing that maybe my mom's passing has taught me a lot. That you don't have to be liked by everyone. This is bad as well in a way. That is like if you lost someone so important in your life, you are good in like by yourself. So you like if someone doesn't like you the way you are, then that's their problem. It's not yours. You don't like everyone anyway. You are not everyone's cup of tea or coffee anyway. So
I completely agree, and I talk about this quite a lot on this podcast, and with Oscar and with my friends, is that you can't be the same person as you get older, and you can't like the same people. Sometimes you can, and sometimes people have friends their whole life. Good for them. But sometimes you grow and you change, and therefore people come in and out of your life at different stages. And I just wish people weren't so afraid of it. It's taken me a long time to learn it, that there are people that I was very good friends with when I first moved to London 10 years ago. But I don't see them anymore, and that's okay, because we're different people. But just be who you are and enjoy yourself, right?
Well, it's normal also to change. A lot of people, when they tell you, "Oh, you change," but it's normal, of course, you change, and you become better. Yes, you become a better person, and then you let go of these people from the past that maybe you don't have the same likes or the same hobbies or
Well, it's time for the quick fire round.
Oh, what is that?
This is our ending to the podcast.
Okay.
Just to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay, yeah.
And sometimes it's not so quick, so it's okay. What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Think about having my coffee. I go to sleep just thinking about having my coffee. So I just prepare. I wake up. Well, I play some music because I always have to play some music to motivate myself to wake up.
Do you?
Yes.
I love it. Yeah.
And also just like hating my alarm, because I have this alarm like it's like choo.
Yeah.
But like
snooze.
It looks like I'm in the military, but otherwise I don't wake up.
Do you know what you just said about coffee? I sometimes am the same. In the evening, I'm craving my morning coffee.
Yes, because in the evening you can't have it.
No, and I'm like, I can't wait for my coffee tomorrow. Yeah. If you were to pack a bag right now, where would you go in the world?
I would love to go to Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been before?
No, never.
Okay. Why Brazil?
I don't know. I really like it.
Yeah.
I think it's like really funny. The Latin culture as well. Like I feel really identified. And one friend told me that actually they have concerts around the beach every weekend, and that sounds like so nice. Like,
oh my God,
in the beach, like
so fun.
Yeah, like the carnival. I think it's a different culture. Experience the food there.
Yeah.
And I visited Asia, Europe as well. Asia, love it as well, but not like Central America.
Yeah, I'm the same. I really want to go.
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah, I do. One thing that always lifts your mood.
One thing that always lifts my mood. doing exercise for me, I think is really important. A call with my dad or with my friends, like hanging around people that makes me happy, my close friends. But nature or seeing, well, one thing that always in my mood is like seeing like animals. I love animals every time.
Do you?
So like yes, pets. I want to have a dog.
Me too. Me too. A pleasure you'll never give up.
Chocolate.
Sweet.
Sweets. I love
Do
sweets.
you?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you like just standard milk chocolate or dark chocolate?
All of them.
All of
them. Like I never like buy it or store it at home because I could eat like a whole bar of chocolate in like 1 minute.
Amazing. Favorite way to spend your day off?
Around the nature, exercising, being with my loved ones, and reading as well. I like it.
Yeah,
So
that's
my favorite way to spend a day off.
If you could time travel, would you go forwards or backwards?
I will go forward because backwards I already know. And I don't know if I really want to go backwards because of my past, it will but I would like to go forward and to see all the amazing things I'm doing. maybe like in 10 years time when I have like a family or something, and to see that will give me so much motivation to come back to the present and work hard.
I love that. That is such a great answer. One risk that you're glad you took?
Moving abroad with nothing, at the age of 20 with no savings, nothing. I'm so glad I did it.
Such a big risk.
For me it wasn't a risk because I was 20. So when you are 20, you don't think about anything. But it's a risk, yeah.
Favorite place you visited and why?
The favorite place I visited, I could say. So I have like 3 in terms of some were more like exotic, different, and the culture that amazed me the most. Thailand, because I've never been to Asia before, and I realized how different is everything, and everything there was amazing. Then for the landscape, I would say Iceland. I was also crying. I got so emotional when I went to like this rainforest, and I saw like a double rainbow, and everything that you study in geology in your CGCs is there. So I it's like I was like seeing my geology book, but there. So and then for the culture, the experience, to relax, the food, I would say Italy.
Really?
Puglia. Puglia, I really recommend. It's really nice there. Yeah.
I love those answers. The first 2. So Thailand was my first place in Asia that I went to, and I completely agree. It's so different, right, to anything that we experienced. And Iceland, amazing. Yeah. So.
And China, China, I went there just for 2-3 hours, and also really different.
Really?
Okay? Yeah.
On the way
you like China?
I do. I've never been to mainland, but Hong Kong. I want to bring everyone to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
It's a special place for me, but I love it. Final question: what is a small amount of joy that you've experienced recently?
I experienced like a small amount of joy, but yesterday I went for pizza with someone, and I think it was just nice, like having a conversation. And before there was like this guy, like they give you like some newspapers. They are mainly like homeless people who give you newspapers. And I said like, sorry, I don't have any cash on me. But then I went out, and he was like, oh, I give it to you for free. I'm like, no, just keep it because it's like for you to sell. And then I gave him like a fig, and then like we were talking, and he told me like I have a good energy. And I don't know, like those small conversations with people make me so happy.
Yeah, good. Verònique, thank you so much for coming on to ChatterBeans.
It was amazing.
It's been so lovely to chat to you, and thank you for being so honest, because some of those stories are not easy, I'm sure, for you to talk about. Where can people connect with you, find Everybody's Lost, and tune into your podcast and find out about you?
So my personal social media is called She's Verònique. And then Everybody's Lost podcast, you can find it on Spotify and YouTube as well. And TikTok as well. Everybody's loves podcasts.
Perfect. And we will tag you in the description and everything like that.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thanks to you. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
You have to say de nada in
De nada, exactly, yes. Oh no, I've ruined it. Let's say it again. No. De nada. Thank you. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, why not hit that 5-star wherever you get your podcasts and hit the subscribe button so you're the first to know when the brand new episodes are released. We've also got more content over on YouTube, TikTok and Instagram at chatter.beans. Until next time, keep chatting, keep sipping, and I'll see you soon.